Playing.
Honestly, the worst thing about me is my game sense.
So I think if you solo queue a lot, then obviously there's gonna be a lot harder of a model for you to look up to. So you know, when you watch me play, or maybe you watch other, like, just look at like just any kind of champion stream, like learn, just look at what good players are doing and copy the exact same thing. Whether like a certain piece of, a lot of good players do, what they do is they're really good because they are really good at consistently winning a certain part of the round. You know, whether that's taking, like, let's, for example, on Chalet, you realize, like, you know, why don't good players go basement up every time? Because basement is a little less effective, right? But why does everyone go library over or solo over? Because it's the most effective way. Now, if you're always finding the most effective way, that's good game sense. It's knowing how to best play your situation, whether you're in a 1v3, maybe you're in a 2v5, but little things like that, I think you should compound of like, oh, I need help on this. Let me watch a good player, see how they do, and copy that. But obviously, you know, every player's different, but you should educate yourself on what the right move is, or the best effective move to do in those situations. So I think you need to just start, like I said, start stacking more. That way you learn different ways of how to play the game, just besides how you look at it. So keep, you know, just learn from the players who have done it correctly and apply it to your own gameplay. Don't try to reinvent the wheel. But for the most part, like, I'm seeing your mechanics and gameplay, you're already really good so far.
All right. Thank you, mate.
Yeah, of course. Next we have Chamblers. You here?
Yep.
All right. What's how you feeling so far?
Honestly, I play really aggressive, and I probably need to chill out.
Just watch you a bit. All right. Well, if you play really, like, do you find yourself just kind of, you know, like overheating basically, in a way? One thing that kind of helped me with controlling my aggression would be like actively just, like, it might sound like stupid, but like just being present in the round. So like always like analyzing the situation and be like, okay, you know, where is everyone? It doesn't have to be like, you don't have to be tryharding all the time, but like, you know, there's times in the round where it's like, oh yeah, I realize I'm tunnel visioning, or like I realize I am super focused in the round and I'm not paying attention to anything else. So I think just taking like, you know, take moments to like refresh what's going on. So yeah, I know you're in a T-hunt. I think it really comes down to also having a plan. Like, if your plan is, I'm sure like your plan obviously is not to just run in and try to kill everyone, but if you have a certain part of the map, like when you spawn in, your end goal should be like obviously getting in sight. So, you know, but you have to take small steps. You have to take this room first, then you have to kill this roamer, but oh, this guy's flanking. Oh wait, with away from my teammate. So, you know, it's just understanding how to use your time. You know, there's nothing wrong with waiting 10 to 20 seconds, but it's to put yourself in the best position. So I think you should consciously try to be like, remind yourself to not overheat, not tunnel vision within. When you do end up tunnel visioning, then you'll end up catching yourself. It's just a habit you have to consciously build though. But eventually you'll get used to it. It's really, really key. Like, you know, Bosco from SSG, right? He always said like, an entry is good if he has good gun skill, but if he's just, you know, if he doesn't know when to pull the brakes, then that's like the biggest weakness of them. So, but also helping. Do you solo or do you stack a lot?
I'm starting to stack a lot.
Good, yeah. When you stack a lot, then, you know, that is if they communicate to you, that will help you set up your kills and all that. But there's nothing wrong with playing aggressive. If you want to play aggressive, then, you know, it needs to make sure it's in the right spots, but it's not just Call of Duty running around all the time.
Yeah.
So yeah, next time I want just focus on for this next week is just find yourself when you feel like you're stuck, when you hit a wall. You know, take that take a second to reset and be like, okay, what's the best thing I can do? You know, okay, let's fight this guy, or maybe we should push a different part of the map. So find little things like that.
Okay.
Do you only run 1x's?
What was that?
Do you only run 1x sites?
Sometimes. I mostly. Yeah, I guess I really do.
Yeah,
I
you
only
should try
run
the
ACOG on
the 1.5s are really good right now. They're really good. They're not too zoomed in, but they're like a good medium middle.
Okay.
All
I'm also
right.
choking on my aim because you're watching. To be honest.
Don't worry. I could care less. But obviously,
You know, can we watch you do a T-Hunt?
watch me do a T-Hunt, bro. I do a T-Hunt all the time. You don't need to watch me do a T-Hunt. I'm here to help you guys.
He T-Hunts every like start of his stream.
There's a video of him doing a T-Hunt on the website
Yeah, go ahead and
in the content section.
yeah, if you have the thing for that. All right, next we can do Dane. Dane,
Hey,
you here?
yeah, I'm here.
Word.
Sorry, I was muted. I got 2 questions for you real quick. So, first one, whenever I'm in a gunfight, where should my eyes be focusing at? Should it be, say, like on the actual enemy, or should I be focusing more on my sight?
Don't overthink it. That right there is like it's like you don't need to focus on one. I think it should be a little bit of both, because well, with muscle memory and your aim training, it will just come naturally. Like I think if you try to focus on like your crosshair or like the enemy, like you can't. The enemy is controlled by a different human being. So like if you're trying to like predict them and you're trying to like constantly do that, then it's gonna feel like, you know, harder to do. But if you just have like a certain, like if you like, everyone has the same hitbox basically, every same character model. And when you T-Hunt, when you're automatically aiming for the head, your flicks are on point, you're always gonna hit them. So mainly focus on just keeping your, you know, crosshair in their general head area, or just on the player. But I don't think you need to overthink it too much, and just just make sure your crosshair is, you're shooting exactly where your crosshair is at. If that makes any sense. So
Yeah, I think I get what you mean there.
I used to have that. I remember thinking about that. I was like, should I be, you know, like if I'm trying to get a headshot, right? You know, am I like only focusing on their head? But when you go into a T-Hunt with all those reps, it's just going to be muscle memory. So when you go into a T-Hunt, just focus on headshots, and that's all you really need to do. It's that simple.
All right, cool. And then my next one is just more of a general one, but is there anything like out of game I could be doing to like help with my mental or like physical state going into like say a ranked match?
Of course, I think Siege is really like any video game. Like if you're not in a good mood, if you don't feel fine, you're gonna play like shit, you know. But if you're having fun and you're all doing good, then you're gonna play better. I think a lot of you guys notice, like when you just don't give a fuck, you kind of just fuck around a little bit, you guys are having fun, you play a lot better, right? You're not tense up all the time that you're losing and shit. So, well, one, make sure you're drinking water, because you know getting hydrated is gonna be good for you. 2, you know, your sleep schedule. Like if you get 4 hours of sleep last night and you're playing like shit, oh gee, I wonder why. So make sure you're getting decent sleep. I'm not saying you have to sleep 8 every single night, but you know, sleep is important. Are you hungry? You know, sometimes you don't play good when you're hungry. Are your hands cold? You know, what's your mood like? Are you pissed off because, you know, your mom's making you do a million chores or something like that? Or maybe, you know, I think music is probably one of the best things you guys know I do, is just play it between rounds. It helps me a lot, you know, kind of take my mind off the game sometimes. Understand when to take a break too. You know, if your eyes hurt a little bit, bro, just take a break. Come back when you feel a lot more fresh, but it's just taking care of yourself, bro. If, you know, I don't know if you go to the gym or not, when you exercise, you feel good, right? So, you know, just do like, just, you know, just have hobbies outside of Siege. That way, you know, you feel better about yourself when you come play the game. It's just, you know, just have fun with it. It's a video game at the end of the day.
Gotcha. I think that's exactly what I need to hear, actually.
Also, your setup, you know, your chair positioning, you know, is your keyboard fine? Is your mouse heavy? How far is your monitor? You know, it's little things like that, like literally every single little thing. If you feel comfortable in every little thing, then you don't know, you're gonna play good.
And I presume that follows like consistency as well, with having everything kind of normally like regularized.
Yeah,
as far as
bro.
like a
I mean,
routine
if
or
you're
pattern.
if you're a different mood, if you're in a feeling different every day, you're gonna play different every day. So
Shit, well, I believe I got a couple things I can work on from that then.
yeah, go for it, man.
Thank
Work
you.
on that. All right, Dallas.
I'm just in here listening to all the advice you're giving everybody.
Word. All good. Descent.
So I think something that I noticed when we were playing the 10-mans a couple days ago, I think I'm like way too passive when it comes to playing the game, and especially with my comms as well. I tense up and get really quiet during the game, and
Yeah.
I think that that kind of tosses the game for my team because it's basically a 4v5 with me sitting in the site.
Huh? Dude, I had I had the same exact problem as you, bro. But what fixed it for me was, well, back then when I used to play like that. Well, actually, I had that playstyle probably until, I actually would say I had that problem. Well, maybe not exactly that, but like literally like halfway when I was in CL, actually, you know, because I was a support player, but me being a support, I would always play my certain role, and even when I switch over to ranked, I would still play a little bit too disciplined. But you know, you gotta just understand when you just gotta like just say fuck it sometimes. You know,
Yeah.
like imagine you're playing a quick match or unranked versus when you play ranked. You know, how different is that? Are you playing more confident? Are you playing less confident? Are you doing things you would normally never do? So I think you need to take your mind off of the result. And don't worry about staying alive and worrying the round, bro. Like, if you die, you die. I think you just you should roam more. Just get, rush more here and there. Like, I'm not saying doing it every time, play stupid, but you need to learn how to loosen up sometimes. Learn how to just play like, go full send it. Like if you watch, see Uzi, Bolo, Spoit, you see like they're just flowing, yeah, they might be swinging a lot, but like, it's whenever you find yourself in sight like that, you gotta like, it's the same thing I forgot who it was, but when you tunnel vision, when you realize, oh, I'm not doing anything in sight, then you should probably be, either playing off a teammate, find a teammate near you to play off of, or just get active, bro. Just start swinging shit until, you learn how to dial it back. So I think you just need to like let yourself go, bro. Stop focusing so much on sit in sight, bro. Like, what operators do you normally play right now? What are your mains?
On defense, I've been trying to play more like info type ops, like Valk or people like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or just anyone with a 1.5, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, just pick someone with a 1.5 and just roam, bro. Like imagine like how you normally play and just do the opposite, bro. Like if you like on Oregon, if you just sit in kids all the time, maybe you like, okay, like, you're just gonna sit there and just, not really get any momentum. Instead, bro, like fucking roam downstairs, maybe, flank one time, do something different, but yeah, just like swing them, bro. Just start swinging people, and you'll find yourself you're a lot more confident than you think.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's what really helped me. It's just getting up, bro. Just get out of the corner, bro, and just start moving, man. Stop crouching all the time, Just start fucking play like as the T hunt, bro. Like when you'll see how fast you play in a T hunt versus when you go to ranked, people slow down so much. So let's work on that, man.
Oh yeah, okay, I see what you mean. Yeah.
All right, you got anything else for me?
I'd say I think I have the same problem on attack as well. I don't know if it's worse on attack, but it's definitely a lot more noticeable because I don't know. I guess sometimes I
Because the
die
time is against
early.
you.
Yeah. The time is against you in that where I have to go in, but I'm sitting here. Maybe I'm droning an area where I know there's no one at, or maybe my team is already in sight and I'm still in spawn or something like that.
So it's almost the same principle in a way. It's just get active, bro. You know, just start moving. You know, you're on attack. Just you got the better gun, bro. Just swing them. You know, but also information as well. If you're droning correctly, obviously not over droning. If you're over droning, then you're playing a little bit slow. But if you drone just a little bit, if you have, like even a call out, like for example, let's say you're roam clearing someone in Oregon, right? You're an armory right now, and you know there's a vigil roaming on that same floor as you, but your teammate gave a call, hey, vigil's inside kids. I think he's in kids right now. So that gives you more of a clear objective to work towards, and you kind of just, you know, you just force yourself to move to kids, and then you eventually take that gunfight with them instead of, you know, rejoining it and, you know, worrying about, oh, maybe he's pit, maybe he's here, bro. He's got to walk in sometimes. The one thing that also helped me was on attack or actually mostly attack. It's like the enemy is just as scared as you, as they are. Like, you know, they're not invincible. You know, they have their weak points. You just got to find those weak points and just commit. Also taking gunfights, man. You know, I don't know how it is for you, but you know, sometimes you just got to full commit. Like, sometimes you just got to like just swing the guy and start pre-firing more as well. But it's also progression. So on attack, if you ever find yourself like, you know, out of pace, is, you know, if your teammates are playing a lot faster, try to have yourself match them. You know, if they're playing aggressive, then you need to, you know, play aggressive with them. Get behind them. Make sure you're always in a spot to refrag them in a way where you're close by. So, you know, if they're already inside the building, they're about to go into sight, bro. Fuck the droning sometimes. You just got to just go in where they came in from. But yeah, I think you should. It also comes down to your plan. If you're always like lost, then your plan probably wasn't that strong in the first place. So, but like pre-placing the round, be like, oh, we're gonna take master. Oh, we're gonna take this part of the map. I know exactly what I'm gonna do. So if this goes wrong, I know how to complete that objective in a different way. So always just knowing how to adapt, but that just comes within playing, man. So, you know, work on defense, bro. Just start swinging people. On attack, don't swing as much, but you know, you can, you know, just fucking go knock across the map and just like see what happens. You know, maybe you might catch someone off guard and you might gain a little bit of confidence and be like, oh, gunfights aren't as bad, or like, you know, the map is not as scary as I thought. So
yeah, I got you.
Word, yeah. I'll just work on that, man. Then we'll see how you go from there.